Okay, where on earth am I? These things I've done. This bit's not done. This bit, I should do that bit. This bit is kind of done. I am going to change a couple of things about it. And for that reason, I will move it only... Well, that last bit's not done. I'm going to move it to here, just off the bottom of there. I know that last bit still definitely needs done, and these last bits need done. This bit needs done. Rendering options. Using the data buffer, clipping logic order. Standard high quality video option. Text order. Okay. Because there's more that I need to think about. There are a couple of things. One is the logging. I'm going to run it. Now, it's getting to the point now where it's more annoying that there are small things missing from it, because it does quite a bit. It would be getting a much better frame rate if I wasn't running FFmpeg, but never mind. It's fine. It's nice. I am going to change some things about the way these draw. I think that they're much better now, but I could definitely just make some things a little bit clearer. The order of these buttons does need to change. Copy log, first off, needs to come out of there and needs to go somewhere else, and I need to think now about where it goes. In fact, I need to think about the order of all of these things. Really, I do. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I just want to not want to waste my time changing things just now that I then need to unchange. For example, when I talk about taking copy log out of here, I do wonder where on earth does that go? It seems like such a strange and little option. What does it really do? It determines whether or not the log of the latest render is saved alongside that output file with something like the file's name log, you know. And it feels like too small an option to get an entry in this bar, which is becoming crowded and needs tightening up in a way, probably. Certainly a bit of reordering. But I suppose in the simplest version of what I might do in my mind, it belongs just here. It's another one of the options. It relates to both video and image, but actually, as I kind of started to think here, an image option isn't a bad plan. For what type of still you want to output. So initially I'll just move it from video options into the main part of it, and I'll do it immediately because it's an important-ish thing, and it'll mean that I can just implement it in comfort because it's only half implemented. Well, that means it's not implemented if it's only half implemented. So, where does it belong? It belongs in GUI, and at the moment it is in video options. Work zone, I love you, but go away. Video options. It's here somewhere. Copy log. I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to go down here this away. And I'm going to put plus bar in there. And up here I'm going to say number of buttons is actually 7. Then I'm going to go down to response. I'm going to find copy log. I'm going to nip in here. And I'm going to copy that in. And I'm going to just take all that. Yeah? Not all of it's going to be used, but okay. And then I'm going to take out this. And there's another little thing. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take all that. And on my way in, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to store this. I'm going to get in trouble here. I can tell I'm doing too much at once. I should just be trying to be less clever about it. But I think that's me cleared copy log out of there. I don't want to close the cursor because I want to look in the GUI. And there's all the stuff. Copy log's going to go down here near video options first off. So let's just get my bit back in. This bit belongs somewhere like there. This bit belongs somewhere in here, and it is down quite near the bottom. My mouse wheel feels like it's getting worse again. Is that an indication my battery's getting bad? And it kind of belongs in here. I don't need to do anything with CY. This is CY minus button height, moves it to the top of where copy log would be. It keeps a button height, button width, copy log. It will also need its sides aligned. Align sides. Left and to the right, to the bottom, to the bottom. It needs to be in top bar. And then I guess I will say CY minus equals button height. Do I want, and I'll just keep it there because it's kind of right there. Copy log applies to images and video. Video options will get its, image options will get its own button shortly. In fact, maybe I'll just add that very soon, but it'll help me try and make sense of things. Why don't I just do that? Image options. Video options. Video options. Oh god, sorry. I'm getting this a bit wrong. This bit. Oops. First off, undo whatever I did there. Next, zoom me back in so I can see what I'm doing. Next, where the hell did you just put me? Okay, out a little bit more. Is that okay? Can hardly tell now. This belongs here. And this is a my button. Image options. I'm going to stick image options in as well. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Near the end of setup GUI. Right above video options, I have image options. Why don't you see what I... looking down, video options button, image options. I've called it image options. I probably am going to have image options as an image options window, so I have to call this image options button. Image options button equals new my button. Top bar again. Image options, and again CX, CY, button width, button height, and image options button align sides 0, 1, 1, 1, CY minus equals button height plus bore, just to separate it slightly from separate copy log slightly from image and video options. Now the next thing I want to do is take this and get it into response. Oh no, remind myself that my mouse wheel is going to absolutely do my head in. So it is a released on, and it happens around about video options. Above video options, seeing as that's where it appears on the screen, and just in here I'll also put image options button. Image option button and image options button. What am I like? Why? I see nothing else. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to get bogged down. I think it might just be the editor being slow. I hope it is. We'll see. Okay. So now this isn't this anymore, it's this project copy render log flag. And this is probably just refresh. And inside refresh I need copy log. Image options button I will come back to. Inside refresh, right down here, project draw mode, all this stuff. If the render process is null, otherwise it shows these. So just here, since this is more or less the order they're drawn in on the way top to bottom, I say copy log text equals copy. It's too long that, but I'm going to have to go with it. Plus bool on off of project copy render log flag. Okay, well I'll see if that fits in. If it doesn't, hang it all. So according to my brain, that should be it, except for the fact that it doesn't bloody work, because I need to go to rRender. I need to go to the end of this onRender, at the point where the log is actually created. And I need to say if project copy, and I am going to recompile you, copy render log flag. I need to get one file and copy it to another place. And what I want to do is like something like copy file, source and destination, and the source is appdir plus. Okay, now I need to do another constant. Const render log file string equals last render log.txt. That plus that, comma. Now, how do I do this? Do I do any boogering around? Man, what a mess this all is. Right. Render name. What I want is the path from render name. I'm probably getting that already, and I'm going to just have some faith that my thing does work. My God, get directory, do I call it? Monkey comes with this get path. It's like path is not even the right word. Directory is the right word, isn't it? I am such an idiot. Should I just no, I'm not. I'm just going to try it. Get path. Project. Oh man. I'm also going to have to use get name and strip extension. This is the way I want to do it. I want to do it out here really. I just local log name string equals, first off, get file name. What did I do it as? Yeah, get file name and get path. File name on project render name. Log name strip, okay, equals strip extension of log name. Log name plus equal if project render single else end log name plus image log dot txt log name plus anim ren log dot txt. Is this sensible? I don't know. And actually that's it. It'll put it then, I hope, into, so it just is that I think. 20 minutes. My dog is barking. I'm going to go and see to the... Okay. Well, one thing is, I could just do that, and then do that, and do that, and do that. Now, I think that should work. Except, of course, I need equals in here. And I'm confident enough that it's not something crazy I'm asking for, that I can just save it and compile it with the debugger off. A very, very foolish thing for me to do. But here I go. And it should go nowhere, of course. App is running now. Oh, I did get a memory access violation. Well, well, okay. Wonder what I did. Is there a render file in there? There isn't. Why on earth? Okay, I'm just gonna have to check this as always. Unexpected. I probably built a bug into it. So, like... well, I obviously have built a bug into it. I just can't think when, because I don't... it shouldn't really even have reached this part of... This part that I've changed is not a part it should have reached. Running without a render. Is that right? Not quite, I suppose. No, yeah, I know why it is. Yeah. Something that makes me anxious is that this says memory access violation instead of just saying, or instead of, even with the debugger running, instead of saying null, you know, this is a null object. Really this should just go inside if abandon is false. You don't necessarily, I suppose, well, the log can stay, can go prior to abandon false, because you will get a little bit at the start of the log. So yeah, okay. So what I would really want is that to go there, so that the log is created before I just check and see if things are abandoned. And then only if things are not abandoned do I copy the log. The log's created every time, but only the last one is stored under last render log. This creates a copy, assuming things weren't abandoned. This should work. I'm just going to compile it. If it compiles and runs okay, then I'm just going to... In actual fact, that bug would never have come up. Well, it will... I could trick that bug into not coming up. That's it. Finished debugging. Ran fine. So I'm not going to even test it. I hate to say, I'm just going to go straight to release. Because I'm going to assume that this bit of logic does work. And I'm going to have a quick look and see if I get a nice little render log appear next to an image, say, that I output. So now I'm hoping to see the copy log file in a different position. I'm hoping it'll still just work the same. I'm hoping that when I render an image, a copy of the log file should be when I render anything, but that a copy of the log file will appear. Yeah, as usual. FFmpeg taking most of my processing power. Not that it's much. And what has to happen next is image options does nothing. This is on and off. That is good, as it should be. This still looks correct and doesn't have the thing in it. I'm going to take this down to 50. And I'm going to take the recursions down to 7 or something, and this down to 500. I'm going to render an image, just like that, to cursor image. I do, rendering, render complete. It didn't work. Have I got it switched off or something? There's my very dim image. Copy render log on, didn't work at all. Copy render log off, still image, recursor image, render complete, nothing. Okay, so that's very bloody annoying. In here is last render log, fine. Carried out 9, oh yeah, this is it, it's correct. Top pixel 8000, average pixel height well below. I have to get that scaling in. Anyway, okay, well that didn't work. Where did you put it? Did you put it anywhere? Did my strip directory thing just not work? The other problem with making changes in this rrender code, of course, is that getting it to bloody print any debug information is a pain in the arse. Anyway, strip the extension. Oh, I don't. Okay, that it's stuck it in the root directory, maybe. Somewhere I've just put something. Just strip the extension of project render name, then add this rubbish, then copy the file. Okay, and now again, you compile in release mode because I am so bold. Right. So, I wonder if in C, not there, I wonder if it just wasn't able to was not able to find a place to put it. Anyway, there it is, there's my oh, I went away from where I wanted to be. There's my thing. Back to main. And this time, still image, cursor image, do it. Generated nothing. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Is it off still? I bet it's off. Oops, it's off. Right, copy render log on this time. Cursor image, yes. There. Thank you. Nice, okay. Now I am going to also assume that the animations work. It's basically the same thing and this has worked. I should never assume these things, but I just want to move on, basically. It's been half an hour. Well, and I suppose doing a couple of other things. But this is here now, and that's fine. Image options. We'll soon open an image options box. Something like this. And these things are looking very much bonnier. Just before I stop for today, I am going to make another change. A couple of other changes, actually. My lines aren't very beautiful. I have a feeling that if I just relied on Mojo's, I think it's Direct 3D, but the hardware lines, I would be better, although I also think they are maybe very, very similar the way we're drawing them. I added extra detail to the paths just to try and make them stand out. But there's a few things. One is, when I hover over a path or select a control point, all these need to light up so that it's more clear they're all on the hovered over or selected path. That's one thing. Also, I am going to add a black outline around this, and I am going to turn the filtering back on because it messes up the evenness of the edges of the line without the filtering on. I am going to add the black outline. I have to add the thing about the sequential start points. And I think I may even add an outline to these. And also the hotkey